Alright, listen, I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm going to give off a little rant here. Not about Apex Legends, not about a video game, about the Toronto Maple Leafs. If you don't know what the Toronto Maple Leafs are, they're a hockey league, and I cheer for them. Now, I'm just going to say now that if you don't know what hockey is, if you don't follow hockey and you don't know who the Leafs are and what I'm even talking about, you might as well click off this video, because you're not going to understand anything I'm saying. Now, the Leafs for the past few years have been incredible. Alright, they have such great players. For God's sakes, Kyle Dubas was able to go out and get Joe Thornton, Jason Spezza, Wayne Simmons, TJ Brody, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Zach Hyman, John Tavares, Alex Galchenyuk, William Nylander, Jake Muzzin, Jack Campbell, Frederick Anderson, all on the same lineup. And that's not even mentioning guys like Ilya Mikheyev, Pierre Engvall, Nick Robertson, who's your future. Like, that's not mentioning those guys. And those guys are still amazing. And obviously I'm going to miss out some because I'm just ranting. But, I'm saying right now, I'm filming this day of Game 7. Not night of. I haven't seen the game yet. Filming this day. If they lose Game 7, major changes need to happen. You don't fire Kyle Dubas, obviously. He's like one of the best GMs in the NHL. I don't care if, this team wasn't able to perform in the playoffs. He put together one of the greatest Leaf teams ever assembled. They just didn't show up. What I'm talking about with major changes is guys like Mitch Marner, who have not been able to perform in the playoffs for the past many seasons. They might need to go. There's going to be a lot of talk if they lose Game 7 about Marner for Eichel. And if Marner has a bad game in Game 7, I'd take that trade any day of the week. Now, I like Mitch Marner because I can tell that he loves being a Leaf. You can tell. He grew up cheering for the Leafs. He wants to be a Leaf. He likes being a Leaf. But if he can't perform in Game 7, then he needs to go. Okay? If you watched Game 6 with that puck over the glass penalty, he had so much space to do something with the puck and not just flip it over the glass. And a lot of people are saying he's cocky, that he's way too cocky for his own good. And I somewhat agree with that. Mitch Marner is cocky. That's who he is. He's a cocky player. He's not gonna, try and pull off some really boring play. He's the fancy guy, He is, I'm gonna deke around you and make you look stupid and try and score a lacrosse goal. That's who he is. He's a fancy guy. But you cannot do that in the playoffs. You can't. That's not a winning formula. You can't roll with that. Not in the playoffs. And, I know that they're not going to trade Austin Matthews, obviously. Austin Matthews is like one of the greatest goal scorers that the Leafs have ever seen. You're not going to trade him. But Mitch needs to go. If they lose Game 7, Mitch needs to go. I hate to say it, but he does. And if you're watching this and you're, big Leaf fan, and you don't really understand the gravity of the situation, you're probably gonna say Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner are one of the greatest duos in the league, other than like McDavid and Draisaitl and Malkin and Crosby. You're putting them up there with Malkin and Crosby and McDavid and Draisaitl. Those are players who are literally like Connor McDavid is gonna go on to be one of the greatest of all time. He might even I highly doubt it, but he might surpass Gretzky and Lemieux. Like, he's that good. He's not even in his prime yet. But I love the duo of Marner and Matthews in the regular season. In the playoffs, they can't get anything done. Matthews at least has a goal, He has at least a goal. I hear some of you saying that, right? He has a goal, it's fine. The fact that Jason Spezza, who, don't get me wrong, in his prime in Dallas was so good, but he's on the back half of his career. He's in his late 30s. The fact that he has more goals in this playoff series than Marner and Matthews combined is ridiculous. Like, and Jack Campbell, oh my god, like, he's been so good. In fact, he's been better than Carey Price. But the fact that he can't get any offense in front of him is just, like, you give any of those other Leafs teams, 2013 Leafs during Boston series, 2018 versus Washington, I'm pretty sure, I don't even know at this point, I don't even remember, like, there's been so many first round exits, I just bunched them all into one. 2019 versus Boston, 2020 versus Columbus, you give any of those teams Jack Campbell, like, right now, those teams are making it past the first round, maybe even making it past the second round. But and it'd be different if, like, they got swept. But we've seen you do it 3 times. We've seen you win 5-1 and 4-0. You are clearly better than this Montreal Canadiens squad. And I know, but they lost Tavares, and that was a big blow. That was in game 1. And now they lost Muzzin? Like, oh my god, it's so frustrating. Dubas has put together, like, one of the greatest Leafs teams of all time. And they can't do anything. Man, it's so frustrating. And you know what's great is if they win Game 7, this will all be like a funny joke. It'll all be a joke if they win. But if they lose, things need to happen. Okay, Marner needs to go. Is the big thing. Marner needs to go. And obviously, we're getting rid of guys like Freddie who make $5 million. We're getting rid of guys like, I don't even know who we're gonna get rid of. We're probably gonna re-sign Hyman. Honestly, I'd love to see Reimer back in the net for Toronto. A tandem of Campbell and Reimer actually sound really good. Man. All I'm saying is you boys better get it done tonight, or you're gonna lose a lot of faith in a lot of your fans. And I guarantee if they lose tonight, many fans are gonna say, I'm never cheering for this team again. Shut up. He'll be back next season. You'll be back next season just like you always are. Because we're Leaf fans. That's what we do. That's what we do. No matter how much torture this team puts us through, we'll always be back cheering for them next season. That's it for this one. Thank you for watching. If you made it through this entire thing, thank you so much. But yeah. If they lose, expect a video of me ranting tomorrow, or the night of, honestly. I'm gonna go all Steve Dangle on you if they lose Game 7. If they win, great, amazing. I'm glad. And honestly, it's gonna be so funny. Like, if they win, they're gonna wipe the floor with the Jets. Like, if they win, they're gonna wipe the floor with the Jets. But if they lose, alright, I'm done. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you made it through, I really appreciate it. And I'll see you the next time I see you, I guess.